Hello and welcome to reviews on Oweleketv. I am Antonia Mwokolo. And of course, I'm not alone in the studio. I have with me here today Christopher Sunday. How are you doing, Christopher?
Good. I'm good.
All right, so today we'll be looking at Wole Soyinka. He made a statement during the lecture, the 50th anniversary lecture of Punch newspapers yesterday. Punch newspapers are celebrating their 50th anniversary and they have a series of activities lined up. And yesterday in Lagos was the 50th anniversary lecture. And when Wole Soyinka was speaking, he talked about Nigeria needing decentralization. That people say the word, let's restructure Nigeria, but he would not want to use the word restructuring. Rather, he would say, let's decentralize. He understands decentralization better, reconfiguration, sort of. That Nigeria, where we are headed, it would be better if the country breaks up to get a headway. His mantra, according to him, is let the nations perish and let humanity live. So what are your thoughts on Soyinka's opinion of the decentralization of Nigeria? Do you think, looking at the current realities, do you think decentralization is what we need at this point in time in Nigeria?
Three things. I pray that people don't misunderstand Wole Soyinka by that mantra, let the nation perish and the people have a headway. You must understand him within the context of the need for people to survive, the need for people to find succor, the need for people to be able to cater for themselves. Remember we discussed last week that an average Nigerian as it is can't even feed himself. That was why in Lagos State they employed 1,500 people to cook so that you walk in and feed, have a meal once in a day. For me, like we said, we all agree that it is dehumanizing. Like you are in a country, but you are living
like a refugee.
Like a refugee in your own country. Now, the second aspect of my analysis on Wole Soyinka's lecture yesterday at Lagos is the usage of the word decentralization against restructuring. Now, the issue with restructuring from the time of President Yaradua, Jonathan, Buhari down to now, if you see, the only person that was sincere and firm to decentralize or to restructure this country was Yaradua. If you look at his policies, his agenda, one of the key things that he stood up, apart from giving credence to the legal, to the judiciary, he wanted Nigeria to have a say in governance. Now, again, the third thing I want to say again, decentralization means different things to different institutions. But in this case, we are talking about this decentralization within the political cycle. What does it mean? Giving power back to the people. Wole Soyinka is of the view that power should go back to the people. The regional governance should come in. By that, the typical, an average Nigeria will have a say. The people will interface with the local council, and then they will look for solutions on how to fix their own economy. Another aspect of decentralization is let states take autonomy of their own economy. There is no state. Kogi State, for instance, now is having cement, is having crude oil, is having this. With that, they should be able to pay worker salary
and fend for the
project and all that. But in this case, everything now is at the central government.
They wait for allocations.
Allocation is coming. What is coming to the state government is not up to what they are generating from. How many percent of the revenue generated from Kogi State, for instance, is given back to Kogi people? That is one aspect. But again, another aspect of this whole thing, however you go left, right, and center, is that what is the mindset of a typical Nigeria? We don't have the institution to checkmate people in authority. By this, I mean, even if you decentralize or you restructure, however you want to see it, are the human element, the human factor ready to accept and to also work for the good of the people? Is corruption limited at the central level?
It's at all levels.
It's at all levels. all levels of the economy, all levels of this country. And again, the last take here is that there is a particular region in this country that will never allow decentralization or restructuring to have the light of the day. The reason is because of we have all fixed our mind to a monopolistic economy. By that I mean our economy is always one-sided, which is the crude oil, forgetting that agriculture is even more lucrative compared to what's it called, crude. Now Russia, as at yesterday, is coming up with a policy that at the end of their setup may also crash crude price in Nigeria.
Right.
And that is all we need to say. First of all, we must have institutions that will checkmate people in authorities. Governors are using police, using civil defense and other people to do what? To rig election. So when you give power back to the local community, would the governor not have say in it? Would they not use them to influence?
I think that's what influences this state policing that a lot of people have been clamoring for. But now we've heard that decentralization of power is what, in the context of Wole Soyinka's lecture, is giving power back to the people and letting the people have a say in how they are being governed.
Exactly.
And not just because we're not in a military regime where there's no freedom of speech.
Exactly.
So the people should have a say in what is happening. And I think this is what births protests. This is what births the dialogues with top government agencies and all of that, to see that Nigeria becomes better. We all want Nigeria to be better. We don't want a repeat of the Civil War. We don't want a repeat of other bad things that have happened to us in the past. And that's the much we can take on today's review. Kindly follow us on all our social media platforms at Oweleketv. I am Antonia Wonkolo, and I have and Christopher Sunday has been here in the studio sharing his thoughts on the topic. Thank you for watching.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleke.tv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.